It's Monday, and we've got a monster batch of Japanese disclosures. Out of dozens of filings, 4 stand out. 2 crisis stories, 1 historic acquisition, and 1 activist circus. Let's go.
4 companies, all significance 5 out of 5. Buckle up.
Nippon Steel, ticker 5401. They finally closed the U.S. steel acquisition in June. Revenue broke 10 trillion yen for the first time, but net income cratered 95% to just 17 billion.
Right, because they booked a 271 billion yen business reorganization loss on top of acquisition costs. Interest-bearing debt doubled to 5.1 trillion. Equity ratio dropped from 49 to 38%.
And they signed a national security agreement with the U.S. government, committed $11 billion in U.S. investment, and the U.S. gets a golden share. This is a high-stakes bet.
They also exited Brazil, terminated the ArcelorMittal alliance, and are pivoting hard to electric arc furnaces. 3 new EAF projects by FY 2029. The old blast furnace strategy is dead.
Now to the scandal. Airwater, ticker 4088. They discovered widespread accounting fraud at a subsidiary, inventory falsification, revenue double booking, document forgery driven by management pressure.
They restated prior year financials, booked massive impairments. Goodwill dropped 28 billion and swung to a net loss of 21 billion. Chairman Toyota retired in December.
They also withdrew from part of their North American cryogenic equipment business. Hydrogen demand dried up after U.S. policy shifts.
A management reform committee is in place with AI-assisted auditing. But this is a trust reset, not just a balance sheet fix.
JDI, ticker 6740, consolidated net assets went negative, minus 7.4 billion. They're insolvent and have until March 2027 to fix it or face delisting.
They've exited domestic LCD manufacturing entirely. Mobara closed in November. Totori sold. Workforce slashed 44%. They transferred core IP to Ichigo Trust, their major shareholder, and retain only a free license. That's a dependency risk on your own intellectual property.
Ichigo now holds 78% of voting rights and is charging up to 15% interest on short-term loans. This is essentially a creditor-controlled wind-down with a pivot to automotive and sensors.
Finally, Synchro Food, ticker 3963. This one's wild. Avi Japan Opportunity Trust surged to a 25% stake, pushed out the founder, installed their own directors, and debt-financed a 4 billion yen acquisition of a property management company.
Equity ratio collapsed from 87 to 41%. The new acquisition has roughly 1% margins. And they failed the TSE Prime Market's floating market cap requirement. They're in an improvement period and considering downgrading to standard.
They maintain the dividend at 15 yen, despite earnings collapsing. Payout ratio hit 120%. Classic activist-driven empire building with questionable financial discipline.
Watch Nippon Steel's U.S. integration execution, Airwater's governance reforms, JDI's March 2027 deadline, and whether Synchro Food actually stays on Prime.
Big week ahead. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Thanks for listening.